AITA for not wanting to attend a friend's party because they always make me do things I'm uncomfortable with. I was really excited when my friend Jenna invited me to her birthday party. We had been friends since high school. And even though we don't see each other as much as we used to, I was looking forward to catching up with her and some of our other mutual friends. However, as the party approached, I started to feel uneasy. You see, Jenna has a tendency to make me do things that I'm not comfortable with. It's not that she's a bad person or anything like that. But sometimes she just doesn't seem to understand that not everyone is as outgoing and adventurous as she is. For example, a few months ago she invited me to go skydiving with her. Now, I have a fear of heights. And the idea of jumping out of a plane was absolutely terrifying to me. I tried to politely decline. But she kept insisting, saying things like, "Come on. It'll be so much fun. And you'll regret it if you don't do it." Eventually, I gave in and went skydiving with her. But the entire time I was petrified and didn't enjoy myself at all. Another time, she invited me to a party at a friend's house where I didn't know anyone. Again, I tried to decline, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. When we got there, she immediately disappeared, leaving me alone and feeling really uncomfortable. I ended up leaving early because I just couldn't handle it. So now, with her birthday party coming up, I'm feeling really torn. On one hand, I want to celebrate with my friend and have a good time. On the other hand, I'm worried that she'll make me do something I'm not comfortable with again. I tried talking to her about it. But she just brushed it off and said, "Oh, come on. It's just one night. You'll have fun, I promise." But the thing is, I don't want to spend my night feeling anxious and uncomfortable. I want to be able to enjoy myself without worrying about what she might make me do. So I'm really torn. Am I the asshole for not wanting to attend my friend's party because of this? I don't want to hurt her feelings. But I also don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm not comfortable. What should I do? As the day of the party approached, I found myself feeling more and more anxious. I knew I should just go and have a good time. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something would happen that would make me really uncomfortable. When I arrived at the party, Jenna greeted me with a big hug and introduced me to some of her other friends. Everything seemed fine at first, but then she started suggesting we play drinking games. I'm not a big drinker. And I really didn't want to get drunk. But she kept insisting that it would be fun. Eventually, I gave in and started playing the games with everyone else. But then things started to get really wild. People were getting really drunk, and I started to feel really uncomfortable. I tried to excuse myself and go sit down, but Jenna wouldn't let me. She kept saying things like, "Oh, come on, it's just a party. Live a little. And you're such a buzzkill." Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore and I left the party. As I walked out, I could hear Jenna shouting after me, but I just kept walking. Now I'm sitting here, feeling really upset and confused. Am I the asshole for leaving the party? Should I have just toughed it out and stayed? I don't want to lose Jenna as a friend. But I also don't want to feel pressured into doing things that make me uncomfortable. I feel like I've tried talking to her about it. But she just doesn't seem to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not sure what to do now. Part of me wants to reach out to her and try to explain how I was feeling. But another part of me is afraid that it will just turn into another argument. I know that Jenna is a good person at heart. And that she probably didn't mean to make me feel uncomfortable at her party. But at the same time, I can't keep putting myself in these situations where I feel like I'm not in control. So I guess the question is, am I the asshole for not wanting to attend a friend's party because they always make me do things I'm uncomfortable with? Or was it justified for me to leave the party when I started feeling uncomfortable? I really don't know what to do at this point. As I sit here contemplating my next move, I can't help but feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. On the one hand, I don't want to lose my friend. But on the other hand, I don't want to sacrifice my own comfort and well-being just to please her. Maybe the best course of action is to try and have an honest conversation with her about how I'm feeling. Maybe she'll finally understand where I'm coming from and we can work things out. Or maybe she'll get defensive and we'll end up drifting apart. Either way, I know that I need to prioritize my own mental health and well-being. I can't keep putting myself in these situations where I feel uncomfortable and anxious. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to my friend. So, am I the asshole for not wanting to attend my friend's party because they always make me do things I'm uncomfortable with? At this point, I don't know. All I know is that I need to figure out how to move forward in a way that feels right for me.